I'm going with this one. The soothing sounds of jazz.
I like jazz music.
Duke Silver in the Moonlight Lounge.
Is that an actual name of like a jazz musician? Duke Silver?
On Parks and Recreation.
Oh, okay. So I was going to say the other option would be it sounds like a elderly porn star. Duke Silver. 12 inches of... Never mind.
Wrong podcast.
Sorry.
All right. You're here with Howie and Will's Sports Extravaganza. Okay. Back for another wonderful episode.
Yeah.
Where we screw up people's names and words and try to talk sports.
Yeah, it's a lot of mistakes and then a little bit of half-assed information.
Okay, so how you doing?
I'm good. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's been so long since I've seen you.
I know. Oh. Hey, did you hear NVS is signed with the Bills?
I did see that.
Yep. Mediocre signing of the week.
Yeah, good for the Bills. I mean, that's what you got to do when you trade out of the back end of the first round and don't take the best wide receiver available to you. And then you wait to get one. You kind of have to sign people like MVS.
That is, yeah.
I still don't understand why they did that. And you traded with the Chiefs. Are you kidding me? They're your competition in the AFC.
I know, right? Yeah.
Anyway.
I heard that on another podcast.
Probably.
Yeah. All right. Since we already got into the news, I'm going to bring up a big contract signing.
Okay.
Jared Goff.
Oh.
Got his bag.
Got bank.
He got his bag.
Like, I think he might be making more as a Lion than he did as a Ram.
I'm pretty sure he did.
Like, I don't think he made as much as a Ram as he just signed an extension for.
He fits on the Lions.
Oh, yeah. That city loves him.
Yeah.
Of course, if he stinks it up this year, they'll probably turn on him real fucking quick.
I don't know how he has the sun god.
I think that team's going to be pretty good.
I think
Jahmyr Gibbs.
Oh yeah, he's got the weapons.
Who's their number 2 wide receiver? Now that we say he has weapons. Well,
he's got Amon-Ra St. Brown. He has a running back, Jahmyr Gibbs.
Yep. Jameson Williams.
No, Jameson Williams, yeah.
Hopefully,
if he's not injured.
Real good prospect.
Oh, yeah, he
hasn't worked out so hot.
He keeps getting hurt.
They do have Sam Laporta, though.
Sam Laporta.
Spoiler alert for future episodes. My number 1 ranked tight end.
Oh, nice. Sam Laporta.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Dookie. Interesting.
You had to say Dookie?
I had to say
rude.
Dookie. All right.
Hater.
In other news, Netflix gets a deal to stream Christmas Day games for 3 years. So they're going to get one Christmas Day game a year to stream it on Netflix.
Interesting. So apparently Christmas Day games are just now a thing.
Yeah.
Like, I know they have been, but they're like officially a thing now.
Yeah. But if you put that website, Christmas Day Football, it goes right to the fantasy.
The fantasy footballers because they've taken every domain possible to try to make money from the NFL. Genius move, by the way, guys.
Funny. I think it's hilarious. It's like you go to a Wednesday night football, Tuesday night football.
Oh, yeah. If there's a weird one, they snatch it up.
Dinner butter.
Little Thanksgiving throwback.
Oh, yeah. So Netflix is really trying to get into the sports entertainment.
Yes. Haven't they done like live soccer, I feel like, or a fight? They're going to be streaming if it actually happens, the is it Jake Paul or Logan Paul? I get them mixed up. And Tyson, their fight is going to be on Netflix.
Logan Paul's going to be fighting?
It's the one that already boxes. I forget the names because I get them mixed up because one's in the WWE.
Right.
And one are Prime. Okay. And then the other one is a boxer. I think Jake. Oh, let me bet that real quick. But yeah, Jake Paul. He's the one that boxes.
Jake Paul. Okay.
So Jake Paul and Mike Tyson are going to fight, and it's going to be on Netflix.
Well, they're going to have the other Logan Paul on Netflix too, because Netflix is getting one of the, I think it's either the SmackDown or Raw.
Oh.
So they're going to be streaming that once a week.
Wow.
They're getting WWE on Netflix.
I did see the other day, I think it was on Twitter or X, whatever. I don't remember who posted it, but it was basically saying in the next couple years, I think, or maybe even more recent than that, Netflix, Apple TV Plus, and I believe Peacock are going to try to merge and combine all of their stuff onto one.
That's what they're trying to do with Disney Plus.
Yeah, because they got
Hulu, ESPN. They even have Max.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah,
because all that's part of that family.
There's
Max
too many streaming services. So Max and Discovery are together. That's also Warner Brothers as well. I believe so. Yeah, I think you're right.
HBO's always been kind of Warner Brothers. That's why.
Yeah.
That's why they have all the DC properties.
Yep.
But they have a combination with, I don't know. I think that might have been just a Verizon thing, because we get Max for free.
Okay.
On Verizon along with Netflix.
Oh, I think that was the other part of it. It was with Verizon. So yes. Netflix, Apple, Peacock, and Verizon were all going together. I could be wrong, but I think that's what I saw earlier.
Yeah, the streaming wars have begun.
Have you seen the streaming wars episodes from South Park?
No, one of them I did.
Those are pretty good.
Or did I? I saw the one at the pandemic one.
Oh,
where they go back in time.
Oh, and Cartman's like a rabbi, and he's all good and stuff.
Yeah.
Kyle's like, no, he's not.
They stop Cartman from doing that.
Yeah. Oh, South Park.
I gotta get caught up on the stream. I gotta watch the streaming wars.
There weren't their strongest episodes, but they were. I mean, it's South Park. They're still pretty good.
South Park is South Park.
They can do no wrong. They're uncancelable, which I find amazing, and I applaud you.
You killed Kenny.
You bastards. I've seen this thing going around online where people are watching the South Park opening with captions on and finding out what Kenny actually says. And he's talking about like having like a 10-inch penis. Don't know if that's correct, but I mean, that's what that caption said.
That's hilarious. I might have to do that. Put my captions on.
We always have our captions on.
I know, you guys do.
Like, I feel like I can't hear it as well without the captions on, as weird as that sounds.
You've gotten used to it.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I mean, freaking 18 years worth.
So, let's see. Giants is going to appear on Hard Knocks.
I think I'll pass Hard Knocks this year.
I've never watched not one episode of Hard Knocks.
I usually start watching it. I'll watch a couple episodes and then I'll get behind and then the season starts and I don't care anymore.
Jeez.
Because I'm like getting excited about football. I'm like, ooh, more football. Yeah. And then there is more football. I'm like, oh, I'd rather watch actual football instead of shitty off-season stuff.
I can't wait till football comes back. It's my retreat. It's my Sundays.
My Sundays are a lot different than they used to be because now I'm at the shop. So.
Oh, yeah, that's right. You're at the shop.
It used to be a whole thing. Like, for a while, we'd go over to my buddy's house or we'd have people over. It'd be a whole thing. I'd have Red Zone going. And now I'm like, just put it on my iPad in the background while I'm tattooing people.
Speaking of New York Giants,
Mhm.
They signed Allen Robinson. Yeah.
Giants are going to suck so bad this year.
I can't.
I'm so glad Saquon got out of there for multiple reasons.
I feel bad for Allen Robinson.
Because his career just didn't take off.
Yeah, he was so good. He played good that one year, and then thought he was going to blow up the next, and he never
blew
did.
up.
Well, it blew up the wrong direction. It did nothing, and then he's bounced around everywhere.
Yeah.
It's kind of like who's that other running back or wide receiver that did that too? He played for the Jets.
All I'm thinking of is Corey Davis.
No, wrong one. Before Corey Davis got there.
Blank. I have no idea. Trying to look up Allen Robinson stats. I'm not getting a whole lot.
Yeah, I had him on my team forever, trying to give him a shot. But obviously I don't remember him, so.
Allen Robinson was in Jacksonville for 4 years.
He was there for 4 years?
And then he was in Chicago for 4. And then the Rams, Pittsburgh, and now apparently the Giants.
I thought he started his career in Chicago.
No.
So he was somewhere
2018 was his first season in Chicago. 2014 to 2017 was in Jacksonville.
Oh my gosh. So he did absolutely nothing.
2017, he played 1 game, had 1 reception for 17 yards. Then the next year, he went to Chicago.
Wow. Maybe I don't feel bad for him that much. He's had his chance.
He's had 3,000-yard seasons. That was 2015, 2019, and 2020.
Wow. And it looks like Rashee Rice is in more trouble.
Oh, is that the
Investigated for hitting
the nightclub photographer?
Yeah.
So I did see something that was saying that he didn't do it. So I think that one's going to be not as significant as the
other one.
The other one in his like Lambo or whatever it was.
Damn. So,
yeah, not looking good for the Chiefs.
No.
They're the Chiefs. They'll still win the Super Bowl.
They might be the first team to do it, to do 3 in a row.
Part of me kind of wants to see it happen just because it's never happened. But I don't want the Chiefs to win again. Stop it.
I want it not to happen so Seahawks can do it finally.
Well, if you want it to happen, it needs to be now because the Seahawks aren't ever going to fucking do it.
Well, neither should anybody else. We can't have our cake. We want it. Yeah.
Well, that one got away from me.
That got way away from me.
We want cake, but you eat it.
There. That's speaking of cake. Hey, Rodgers is going to return for week 1.
I'm curious as to how that was speaking of cake, Howard.
Has nothing to do with cake.
Cool. Yeah, Aaron Rodgers.
Maybe Aaron Rodgers likes cake.
Playing one more. Maybe he'll finish a drive before he gets hurt.
That would be nice.
I mean, a whole season would be nice.
Oh, yeah.
Didn't even get a whole drive last year.
Well, I need him to do good so Brees Hall does good for me.
I need him to do good so Garrett Wilson fulfills his destiny like I thought he was going to last year.
And chokes in the championship game and I beat you.
Why you gotta bring up old shit, man? Is that old shit or are you just hopeful?
I'm hopeful.
Okay.
That's not old.
I just assume that I got beat by you at some point.
You did get beat by me in the Walker Down the River League. But you beat me in a championship in our main league.
Is that this year?
No, that was
okay. I was like, I didn't win that championship this year.
It was when you beat me in the championship when I chose a defense, the wrong defense. And Saquon blew.
Yeah. And then I'm pretty sure I traded him the next year like an idiot. Which I'm pretty sure I brought up on here before.
So Rodgers is back, hopefully. Be nice to see him.
Hopefully be good for the Jets.
Well, he's got to get at least 1 year in the Jets and then go to Minnesota for a year.
Oh, fully embracing the Favre.
Exactly. History repeats itself. Or he should just do it for fun and just when he goes to retire, ask Minnesota Vikings, hey, can you just hire me for 1 day? Just hire me for 1 day. Give me a number.
JJ McCarthy's not doing anything.
Just hire
me in and it'll be fine.
Just let me retire a Viking so I can do what Favre did.
It would be amazing and so stupid all at the same time.
It'd be hilarious. You want to talk about epic stuff happening? It's kind of like
if I were in his position, I would 100% try to do that just to be a troll.
Well, it's kind of like when Tom Brady finally left New England.
Mm-hmm.
We found out how fun of a guy he is.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, him throwing the Lombardi trophy from boat to boat.
Oh,
that was hilarious.
The roast. Bill Belichick was on it.
Was he?
Yeah.
What did he?
He was actually pretty funny, and like it was mostly like football jokes, but it was still pretty funny. I was kind of surprised he actually like left his house.
Oh my gosh, I could have swore I saw Pete Carroll at Fred Meyer the other day.
I mean, maybe not doing anything.
I know. I could have swore but I didn't want to make a scene and it not be him. Hey, Pete.
Huh? Oh, sorry. No, the other guy behind you. I was talking to him.
Which would make it sad. You would think that if it was him, more than just me would recognize him.
Well, and
everybody would be going crazy over him.
I don't think you're going to see Pete Carroll in Federal Way, Howard.
One could dream of having celebrities come to Fetty Way.
Bellevue? Highly likely. Federal Way? Yeah. Not so much.
Well, he might not even be in the city of Seattle anymore.
Is he even in the state anymore?
That's what I mean.
He go back to California, probably?
He probably went back to California.
Is he from California?
I have no idea.
I'm just assuming because of USC.
Yeah, I have no idea. Probably pop up Wikipedia or something. So, okay. So is there any news you want to talk about?
No, I think we've covered it. I think we talked about it off the podcast, but Jason Kelsey is going to be joining the Monday night pre-game for ESPN. Oh. I love Jason Kelsey. I think he's hilarious and just a good dude, so I'm pretty excited about that.
Wasn't he from Philadelphia?
Yeah. Yeah, I might be a little biased, but whatever.
Philly.
People always find it funny when, like, never even been to Philly. Like, I'm not from Pennsylvania. I'm from Washington.
I've never been to the New England area, and I was a New England Patriot for so long. Never been to Buffalo, New York. I would love to go to Buffalo, New York.
That'd be pretty cool.
I don't want to go to New York City. I just want to go to Buffalo, New York.
Sounds like way too many people. I don't like people.
Oh, neither do I.
In general.
I'd get claustrophobic.
Oh, yeah.
I'd probably go to the outskirts of New York City and just eat their food.
Yeah.
Because that's the only reason why I want to go to New York City.
Oh, yeah.
Is all the food that's there.
See, and I kind of want to go to Philly for multiple reasons, but the food, a genuine Philly cheesesteak.
Oh, I know.
And pretty sure you knew this, but we were supposed to go to Philly.
I know.
A couple of years ago when the Eagles and the Seahawks were playing.
Yeah.
Had tickets and everything, and then COVID happened, and we were told, no, you can't come.
Frickin' COVID.
Stupid.
COVID.
Whatever. Then we made it to the Eagles-Seahawks game here, and Eagles lost, but whatever. Moving on.
He's not bitter.
It's when I realized I'm more of an Eagles fan than a Seahawks fan, because I thought it would be a win for me either way. It wasn't.
Well, it's kind of like when I realized that I was no longer a Patriot fan.
Oh, yeah.
It was when the Patriots and the Philly was playing in the Super Bowl.
And you were rooting for the Eagles?
And I was rooting for the Eagles, and they score and they win. And I'm like,
41-33, by the way. Suck it, Patriots.
I was like, wait a minute. I'm no longer a Patriot fan. Then I realized I was just a Tom Brady fan.
Yeah.
Well, I did like him before Tom Brady.
That's true. You were paying attention with Bledsoe still, right?
Yes.
The roast, Drew Bledsoe was there too.
Did he?
Yeah.
I'm sure he talked about him taking his job.
Yep.
Yep.
They kept calling Gronk dumb.
Gronk dumb?
Yeah.
Oh,
One
Gronk.
comedian, they were talking about the, I guess Tom Brady lost a bunch of money in cryptocurrency.
Mm.
And one of the comedians was like, went to Gronk and he was like, even Gronk? No, not real money. Everybody was dying.
Oh my God, Gronk. He's hilarious too.
And I think he's like, that's not an act.
No, he's
Like,
that way.
He's that dumb. I mean, yeah, scared I said it. He's that dumb.
Gronk dumb.
Gronk, if you don't like it, come on the show. We can fight about it.
Oh yeah, and we'll do a video show that time.
Now I think we're filming Gronk beating my ass. I don't like the sounds of that, Howard.
I'll help.
What the hell, man?
Oh,
Gronk, I apologize.
help you in,
Oh, okay.
on your
I
side.
thought you were going on Gronk's side. I was like, dude.
I just called him dumb too.
Sorry, Gronk. We love you.
I'll let you break my kitchen table.
Gronk, don't get mad. Just jokes.
Wait, no, I can't do that. We'd have to get a totally different kitchen table.
Oh, because you still need to use this one?
This is my wife's family kitchen table.
Hmm.
Kind of like the one I have.
Collateral damage.
It's her grandmother's.
Okay, maybe don't send her through grandma's table.
So we'll just go to IKEA and then put one together. Put it
all right.
together poorly so it falls apart easily.
So just put it together.
Yeah. It is IKEA. Probably mostly particle board.
Oh, 100%. Yeah. Those things are meant to be put together and then stay there.
We'll
If you
get
have
some
to move it, it's trash.
We'll get some steel chairs and cut into them a little bit so they bend it easier. Oh, you know that's
Like
how
all
they
the
do that.
WWE tricks, yeah.
Yeah, they alter everything like those tables. It's like they're already pre-cut.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
I mean,
Don't get me wrong. That would still hurt and suck.
they are athletes and they are stuntmen.
I was just about to say, they're basically stuntmen.
They're stuntmen and they know how to fall on their back.
Yeah.
And they know when to grab their back when they need to. They're like, oh, that should have hurt. Oh,
Yeah,
yes. We've been watching a lot of wrestling lately.
Nice.
Jerlyn actually watches it.
Cool.
That's a new one.
Casey enjoys wrestling, but we don't watch a ton of it just because I used to love watching wrestling and not so much anymore. Just seems like too much. It's too much talking. Like I want to see wrestling.
You want to see more of the wrestling.
It's wrestling. I don't want the soap opera part. I want the action part.
We're going to a SmackDown in September.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Cool.
She bought tickets. I'm like, what are you doing? She's like, I'm buying us wrestling tickets. What?
Cool.
You want to go see wrestling?
Surprise.
I'm like, okay, cool. Nice.
Yeah.
All right. I think we got to move into the next segment.
Yeah. What is our next segment, Howard?
Top 10 QBs.
Oh, man.
This is going to be an interesting one. I think I'm going to have it up on my screen this time. I think there we go. We just going to start at the beginning, number one again.
Yeah. Just want to go back and forth.
Yeah. I got Dak as number one.
Okay.
And I feel okay with that because he had a really good year last year, despite the team kind of,
Yeah.
despite their running back issues.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, and when he was really high on a lot of lists.
He did finish number 3 at the quarterback position in fantasy last year. So
Yeah.
I don't hate it, but I got Josh Allen at number 1.
Yes, and I'm looking at that right now, and I'm kind of thinking, what the hell was I thinking?
See, and I debated putting Josh Allen at 1 or 2.
Well, we're going to do number 2 now anyway. So
Okay.
I got Josh Allen at number 2.
I got Jalen Hurts at number 2.
Yeah, of course you do.
Yep. What? Okay. That is not a biased Philadelphia fan take. Maybe a little, but mostly he finished as the number 2 quarterback last year.
True. That's
he
true.
rushes. If they're on the 1, he's getting a touchdown. Like between his rushing and his rushing touchdowns, like him and Josh Allen both had 15 rushing touchdowns last year.
See, I'm looking at my list and I'm kind of thinking, I wish I did a little differently, but my mathematician, the way I did it, put Jalen Hurts down on my list.
Okay.
And, yeah, so.
Yeah, he's so high up on my list. Same with Josh Allen because of the rushing baseline.
Yeah, that's true.
Like Jalen Hurts had the most rushing attempts of quarterbacks last year. He had 9 more than Lamar Jackson on attempts, even though Lamar Jackson had like 200 more rushing yards. But which I have Lamar Jackson at number 3.
You have Lamar Jackson at number 3.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so we're into our third one.
Yeah, I figured I'd just get right into it.
Nice. Yeah, a lot of people is gonna be pissed off at me.
What the hell, Howard?
Brock Purdy. It was the numbers. His average. I took a bunch of the categories and took their rank at that categories, and I added them together and divided them and had a.
I mean, he did finish at number 6 last year.
Yeah.
So he was a top 10 quarterback.
And besides, I mean, this is top 10. This is my top 10.
Yeah. Yeah.
So if I think Brock Purdy, but to be honest, now that I'm looking at it,
I'm going to say with Brock Purdy, he doesn't rush a whole lot.
I think I should have had Jalen Hurts in the number 3 spot and Brock Purdy in the 9.
But you don't.
I think, but I don't.
Next
so
list.
Brock Purdy's number. But yeah, when we do the updated versions, the real rankings.
There you go. Yeah, these are preliminary before preseason rankings.
There is one resource that has not been released yet that will totally help our rankings next time.
Is that the ultimate draft kit from the fantasy footballers?
I was trying not to say it because we're not a sponsor, and they just got some free press.
Oops.
Just hire us, fantasy footballers. We can be your kid's sister podcast.
Kid's sister.
You take us under your wings.
All right, so who do you have at number 3?
Brock Purdy.
Brock Purdy, that's right.
And you had
Lamar Jackson.
Lamar Jackson.
Because again, the rushing baseline.
Yeah.
My top 3 are all rushing quarterbacks.
Hey, he did good.
Actually, looking at it, my top 10 is pretty full of rushing quarterback. But you get more points as a quarterback rushing the ball than throwing the ball. So it makes sense.
My top, I kind of want to say my top 5. My list is I think you used a lot of your rushing. I was more standard QB.
Which is fine if rushing didn't count for quarterbacks.
I know. For this list, it does. For me,
Fair enough.
I will fine tune my details later.
Well, who you got it for?
I have Jared Goff.
Jared Goff. Fucking Mr. Money Pants.
Yep, he got a lot of money. And I wish I could say he paid me to put him in that spot. But he did have a really great year last year.
Yeah. I don't think anybody really saw that coming either.
No.
He finished number 7.
Yeah.
Right ahead of my number 4, Patrick Mahomes.
Mahomes, I got him low too.
Yeah, you do. I mean, he's still your top 10.
Well, he pissed me off.
So this is a vendetta.
It's a vendetta.
Okay. How did he piss you off?
He lost me a couple of games in fantasy football because he was not throwing the ball at all in the regular season. I'd say in the regular season because he blew up in the postseason. How the hell?
That's Mahomes, man. Well, and they don't have like a clear-cut number one wide receiver. Well, they do, but he also happens to play the tight end position.
Dump it off to your running back.
Oh, Pacheco. I'd like Pacheco.
I was talking about the other running back.
What other running back?
Oh, that was 2 years ago that he...
Clyde?
No.
McKinnon.
Yes.
McKissick.
Jerick McKinnon.
Yeah, okay.
Jerick McKinnon. Right. So, yeah. Anyways. Who did you got that for?
Patrick Mahomes.
Oh, yeah, you did. Yes. So, yeah, Patrick Mahomes versus Jared Goff. Yeah. I just hear the do-do-do-do.
All right, well.
Yeah.
Number 5.
Number 5, I have Tua.
I don't hate it.
He had the most yards out of everybody.
Like passing yards?
Yeah. According to ESPN.
4,624.
Yeah.
Yeah, damn.
For me to drop him all the way down to 5.
Yeah.
But that was his highlight.
Yeah, I don't hate it. That being said, he's not in my top 10.
No, he's not.
Nope.
Nope.
Number 5, I have another rushing quarterback. I have Anthony Richardson.
Anthony,
coming off the injury, Indianapolis.
How many games did he actually play? See, that's one of the reasons why I did not get him up there, because he was injured part or most of the year last year.
I think it was most. I don't know exactly how long, but I think it was most of the season he was out.
Yeah.
But when he did play, he looked great.
Yeah.
And, like I said earlier, he's going to run the ball.
Yeah.
He's going to score points that way. Plus, he can dump it out to Jonathan Taylor if he wants to. He's got friggin' Michael Pittman.
That's true.
He can get down the field.
Pity City.
Plus, I think didn't they sign another like big-ish name wide receiver?
Oh, I want to say yes. I mean, it seems like they brought in a couple.
So they have Michael Pittman, Josh Downs. Oh, they drafted Adonai Mitchell. I think that's who I was thinking.
There we go.
And they still have Alec Pierce, but whatever.
He hasn't done jack squat with his career.
No.
At least fantasy-wise, because I've had him on my team waiting for him to pop.
Oh, Joe Flacco's the backup in Indianapolis. I just found that out.
When is he going to retire?
I thought he did until he came back last year.
Oh, he did retire. Yeah, he came back last. That's right. Yeah, no, I'm just repeating shit you're saying.
Maybe he didn't retire. Maybe he was. Maybe nobody wanted him.
All right, now 6. I got Lamar Jackson at 6.
I don't hate it. I mean, obviously, I have him at number 3.
I know.
My number 6, you don't even have in your top 10.
Probably not.
I got Houston Texans CJ Stroud. That dude has weapons going into year 2. I'm very hopeful for CJ Stroud. And last year, rookie season finished as the quarterback 11 in half point. He had 62 rushing attempts, 163 yards, and a touchdown on the ground.
I had him just not that far away from the top 10.
Okay.
So he was close to the top 10. But like I said, I did math, which I should never do math. I should have just went with my instinct. I don't know.
Yeah, I went with like an average of kind of what other sources were kind of doing, and then put in my own feelings towards it, moving people up 1 or 2 or whatever.
I should have took more time and maybe adjusted these rankings once I had them done. Because, I mean, have you done your 6 yet?
Yeah, CJ Stroud.
CJ, that's right.
We're talking about it.
Yes, we are.
Did you do your 6? Yeah, Lamar Jackson.
Yep. 7. Jordan Love.
I do have Jordan Love in my top 10, but he's not at number 7.
No. He was pretty good last year, and
I think he surprised everybody. Oh,
he
I was hopeful for it. I was like, okay, he's been sitting on the bench. He's behind Rodgers. Maybe he's learned some stuff. I didn't expect it to actually happen.
yeah,
But it did.
he did enough to make noise and get his team competitive.
Do you know where he finished last year in terms of quarterbacks? Number 5.
Yes.
He was a top 5 quarterback in half-point scoring last year.
Yep. And that's why I'm at 7.
Yeah. Well, spoiler alert, I have him at 10.
Oh, yeah.
So he's in my top 10.
He made it.
Yeah. My 7 is Sir Joseph Burrow.
Burrow. Wow.
As long as he can stay healthy. I think he's going to be giving it to Chase and maybe some to Higgins. Like, Burrow's not even in your top 10.
No. He's not even well, I went by ESPN. And as far as I did the base. Yeah, he's not even in the top 15 in passing yards. According to ESPN. Hell, Russell Wilson had more passing yards than Joe Burrow. Oh, there he is. He's 25th in passing yards.
Okay. Yep.
So, yeah.
But did he play the full season last year?
See, I don't think he did. Or did he? I don't know why. I just... He played 10 games.
Okay, so he missed 7.
Yeah.
So, okay, that would make sense.
So that would make sense, but, I mean, like I did, mathematication. I just like that word.
So he had 15.3 fantasy points per game in his games played last year.
Okay.
For comparison, Josh Allen had 24.2. Jalen Hurts had 21.9.
Yeah, 15 is pretty low.
Yeah, that's around the area of... Oh, God. Geno Smith.
Yes.
That's not helping my... Okay, I'm going to... Yeah, I got Joe Burrow up there.
Okay, now back to the story.
Number 8. Why do you hate Patrick Mahomes so much?
Like I said, he pissed me off. He costed me a couple titles. Or it costed me a chance to play for titles.
So this isn't a statistical analysis.
It's mathematication. He just doesn't run. See, like I said, I took some running in account. That's why Jalen Hurts is in my top 10. Mm-hmm. And that's why a lot of these guys are higher up than Mahomes. Mahomes didn't rush very much.
He rushed 75 times for 389 yards.
Did he?
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah.
All right.
He rushed 20 more times than Dak Prescott. Had less yardage, don't get me wrong, but he rushed the ball more than Dak Prescott. He's just not super efficient when he runs the ball. Because he has Travis Kelce.
True.
And he can just dump it down or hand it off to Pacheco or toss it to any one of the middling wide receivers that they have.
Yes, they are middling. Okay.
My number 8 is your number 1, Dak Prescott.
We're that far off. Well, like I said, if we did the same method, we might be closer.
Yeah, I can see that.
It's two different. It's kind of like saying...
I mean, we already talked about it earlier, too, but he did finish as the QB3 last year. So
it's kind of like saying, let's see if these hot dogs taste the same, but one has mustard, one has ketchup.
I'm not putting 2 and 2 together to understand that analogy, Howard.
Okay. We both did our list differently.
Yes.
So they're as different as a taste of a hot dog with 2 different sauces.
Okay.
Like the hot dog is going to taste
But they're still hot dogs.
But they're going to taste like mustard. It's going to have mustard on it. So
As they should.
But then no.
And then yours has ketchup.
Ketchup.
And mustard is the superior correct choice.
Not if you put sauerkraut.
Yeah, it goes with mustard. It's delicious.
Sauerkraut with ketchup and
Ketchup does not belong in a hot dog, Howard.
Ketchup belongs on everything.
It's too sweet. It doesn't need to be a thing. The only reason for ketchup is because it's easier to make barbecue sauce from pre-made ketchup than making your own.
Ketchup comes from a tomato. You put that on a hot dog, you're having your veggies.
Yeah, but how much sugar got added to that tomato, and now it's not even it's a fruit, man.
That's true.
You're putting fruit on a hot dog. Bet you like pineapple on pizza, don't you? Okay, the way I said that is misleading. I love pineapple on pizza. I'm just trying to be a jackass.
You know what? I used to hate it. No pineapple on pizza. You don't put fruit on pizza.
But then you tried it.
And my wife loves Hawaiian pizza.
Yeah.
And sometimes we have to budget wise and get a cheese for the kids,
Yep.
pepperoni for the kids, because they are jerks and they have to have their favorites over dad's.
Yeah.
And she gets her favorite. So I have to choose. Do I just want plain old Jane pizzas, or do I want something that has more than one item on it?
Yeah.
So I eat the Hawaiian, and it's like it's growing on me. I don't hate it anymore. Let's just put it that way.
Me and Christina, after the first Deadpool movie came out, we just call it the Deadpool pizza, but we like pineapple and black olives. Salty and sweet.
You gotta love black olives on pizza.
And then if you put jalapenos on that thing, oh my god. Add some chicken. What up? Yeah.
I don't like jalapenos. No, I don't
They're
like
not
it
for
as
everybody.
a topping. Okay, at number 9, I had Jalen Hurts.
I forgot who I had at number 9. Hang on.
Gosh, it hasn't even been that long and you already...
I got memory problems. I got Kyler Murray.
Kyler Murray.
He only played 8 games last year, but when he was on the field, he did pretty good.
Well, and this next year, he's got more weapons.
Oh, yeah. Well, he's got Marvin Harrison.
Marvin Harrison the third.
Is he a third?
I don't know.
I know he was a junior.
I know he's a junior, yeah. So, yeah, you're 10?
My 10, I have Jordan Love.
Jordan Love. That's my number 7.
So you're number 7.
I have someone you don't have.
Yeah.
I have Trevor Lawrence.
Yeah. You like Trevor Lawrence that much?
Mathematication likes him that much.
In mathematication.
Okay, if I were to redo this.
Yeah.
Go with my gut. And with all the thing, it would be totally different. It would be Allen number 1.
Yeah.
Probably Lamar number 2.
Okay.
Hurts number 3. I'd probably go Mahomes number 5 or 4.
Okay.
But that was number 4, right?
Yeah.
And then 5 would probably be Love.
Okay.
And then maybe Goff 6, Tua 7. That's just with these guys. I have other guys on the list that I probably would have put on there. Maybe Baker Mayfield.
You really think Baker Mayfield would be a top 10 guy for you?
I don't know.
So I feel like most things I've seen from other people, he's around like in the 20s.
CJ Stroud, I'd probably put in the top 10.
He's pretty widely top 10, if not top 5.
Maybe even Matt Stafford.
Yeah?
I don't know, maybe close to top 10. So that's what I would probably do different.
Yeah.
But I want to see more. I need to see more resources.
Yeah.
So
Come compile some more data.
So, yeah, other than that, maybe we'll do running backs.
Yeah.
And I'll probably rate them a little differently. I got to rate.
Well, running backs you don't have the passing and rushing. Like, you got rushing and receiving, but
Running backs don't play quarterback too?
well, sometimes. Not very often, but sometimes.
That's based off of last week's episode. Where I kept calling running back.
Forgot about that. Christian McCaffrey, QB1.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, you're lucky I didn't pull out running backs as my top 10 quarterbacks.
You have Josh Allen. I have Christian McCaffrey. Something's not right here. What the hell?
Yeah. Well, maybe next time we can get a guest on here.
Yeah.
I'll keep bugging them. We could even call your dad too one of these times.
Yeah.
Get that.
Probably not going to have anything prepared. And he'll just, I love you, Dad, but he'll probably just talk out of his ass.
Yeah. That's usually why I like him on the podcast. Because he says some of the dumbest things.
Yeah, it's going to be like Kenneth Walker and Charbonnet in the top 10.
Yeah.
Or he's not even going to know who Charbonnet is, or he's going to say his name wrong.
Charbonnet.
Or
Charbonnet.
or whoever the running... Josh Jacobs will probably be like number 2.
Oh, he'll probably...
which I do have in my top 10, so I wouldn't hate that one.
He'd probably pop up Frank Gore, number 1.
Alfred Morris.
Marshawn Lynch.
If he was in the league, he might be a top 10.
Marshawn Lynch?
Yeah.
I still think he has it.
He could probably do it.
Well, remember that one year where we lost all our running backs?
No.
There was a few years ago. We lost every single one of our running
Chris
backs.
Carson years?
Yes.
Yeah.
And we had to go out and pull Marshawn Lynch for the last 2 games and the playoff game.
That's right. I forgot about that.
And he was so amped.
Yeah.
It was so funny because he was so amped. I remember the first play.
That was after a stint with the Raiders, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was so amped to come back. He was so amped to get the ball. It's like, I swear, when he took the handoff, he was bouncing up and down because he was so excited. He was like, "Give me that ball! Let me go!" Yeah, it was just like it was like
wind-up toy.
It was like a little kid in the candy store. He's like, "I want to go."
He's always kind of been like that, though.
Yeah.
That's why you should have given him the ball in the Super Bowl.
Yep.
Idiots.
Give Marshawn the ball. We would have 2 Super Bowls.
Everybody on that team knows it.
Oh yeah.
Like, there's been so many things people saying, like, even if they gave Marshawn the ball every carry and he somehow didn't make it in, they would have been okay with it. Because that was the right call.
I know I love Russell Wilson.
Sorry.
But I heard somewheres, and I would believe this, that he changed the play.
I could see that.
He wanted to be the MVP of the Super Bowl.
I could see that.
For throwing the touchdown, if he threw a touchdown, he would be MVP. But if Marshawn Lynch got the ball and scored a touchdown, he would be MVP.
Yeah, and the Seahawks would have a second Super Bowl.
Yep. If that's true, selfish.
I've heard not very many people that have been teammates with Russell Wilson have liked him.
I know.
Like, heard he's kind of a douche.
He is. I'll admit it. I mean, I still like him. Or maybe
not a douche, just kind of a, like, in the worst way possible, giant dork.
Yes. Well, remember Tom Brady was thought as a douche too at one point.
He was
on the Patriots.
He still has his douchey moments.
Yeah, he still does, but you found his lighter side. Yeah. You found the lighter side of him.
Yeah.
When he left New England.
Yeah. Russell Wilson doesn't have a lighter side.
No.
It's just him.
I still remember the story of when he first showed up in Tampa Bay, Tom Brady.
Oh, I was like, Russell Wilson?
No. The coach that recruited him, that brought him down there, that wanted him in on that team.
Oh,
that talked to him.
Bruce Arians.
No, it was the offensive coach.
Oh,
One of the offensive coordinators.
Todd Bowles?
That maybe, yeah. He wanted him to go to his house for a meeting, and the houses looked the same. He walked in the wrong one.
Yeah.
And there's this just older guy sitting there with a paper looking up at him, and Tom Brady's just staring at him like, I'm in the wrong house, ain't I? And the guy's like, yeah.
Yeah, you're Tom Brady.
You're Tom Brady.
Hey,
You're
man.
standing in my house.
Could you imagine just sitting there, minding your own business, and Tom Brady comes in?
Or any superstar.
Well, yeah, anybody really. Like,
Yeah.
I feel like I should call the cops, but I also feel like I should like get you a drink. You want something?
You want a beer?
Tom Brady ain't taking a beer, man.
Oh, yeah.
It was plant-based.
That's right. Do you want a squishy water?
Squishy
I
water.
don't know.
What else squishy water?
What kind of drinks does a plant-based person drink?
I don't know.
Is it like a blended kale?
Smoothies?
A kale
Fruit
smoothie?
juice? Maybe not fruit. Too much sugar.
Yeah.
Some celery in there. Probably right. Kale.
You know what sucks? Why does fruit have a lot of sugar in it? It's supposed to be good for you.
I don't know, man. Not a scientist. Botanist.
Technically, the apple was on the bad tree. So
Was
the
it?
fruit
Sure.
was on the wrong tree. That's the bad tree that in the Bible.
Oh, I know what you're referencing.
Okay.
I will take your word for it, Howard.
Anyways, I think we've wasted enough time.
Yeah.
All right. We'll see you next week.
Yeah. See you guys.
We'll go out with that. Goodbye.